The sun hung low over the horizon, casting an eerie blood-red glow across the plains of Sodom. The twin cities of Sodom and Gomorrah stood like monuments to human defiance, their towering walls and bustling streets teeming with life. But beneath the surface of their prosperity festered a rot so deep that even the heavens seemed to recoil in disgust. The air was thick with the stench of corruption, and the cries of the oppressed echoed through the alleys, unanswered. In the heart of Sodom, a man named Lot sat in his home, his face etched with worry. He was a stranger in this land, yet he had tried to live righteously amidst the depravity that surrounded him. His wife, her eyes hollow with fear, paced the room. Their daughters, innocent yet tainted by the world outside, clung to each other in silence. Lot had heard the whispers, the warnings carried by travelers and prophets. Judgment was coming, but he had hoped, prayed, that it would not be so. Outside, the streets were alive with the sounds of revelry. The people of Sodom and Gomorrah had long abandoned the ways of decency. Greed, lust, and violence were their gods, and they worshipped them with abandon. The weak were trampled underfoot, and the wicked ruled with impunity. The cities had become a cesspool of sin, and their fate was sealed. As night fell, a strange stillness settled over the land. The stars, usually so bright, seemed to dim as if ashamed to bear witness. Then, without warning, the ground trembled. A low rumble, like the growl of an angry beast, rolled across the plains. The people paused in their debauchery, their laughter dying on their lips. For a moment, there was silence, and then the heavens erupted. Two figures, radiant and terrible, appeared at Lot's door. Their eyes burned with divine fire, and their voices carried the weight of eternity. "Flee," they commanded. "Take your family and leave this place, for the Lord has sent us to destroy it." Lot's heart pounded in his chest. He begged the angels to spare the cities, to give the people one more chance, but the time for mercy had passed. "Hurry," they urged. "Do not look back." With trembling hands, Lot gathered his wife and daughters and fled into the night. The angels led them away from the city, their presence a shield against the chaos that was about to unfold. Behind them, the cries of the wicked rose in a cacophony of terror as the truth of their doom became clear. Then, with a sound like the roar of 1,000 storms, fire and brimstone rained down from the sky. The ground split open, spewing molten rock and ash. Flames engulfed the cities, their heat so intense that it could be felt for miles. The walls of Sodom and Gomorrah crumbled like sand, and the once proud towers were reduced to smoldering ruins. Lot's wife, her heart heavy with regret, hesitated. Against the angel's warning, she turned to look back. In that moment, she was consumed, not by the fire, but by her own longing for the life she had left behind. Her body turned to a pillar of salt, a stark reminder of the cost of disobedience. Lot and his daughters pressed on, their tears mingling with the ash that fell like rain. They did not stop until they reached the safety of the mountains, far from the devastation. As they looked back, the horizon glowed with an unnatural light, a testament to the wrath of a just and holy God. The cities of Sodom and Gomorrah were no more. Their names would forever be synonymous with sin and judgment, a warning to all who would follow in their footsteps. And in the silence that followed the storm, the world was reminded that even the mightiest of human empires are but dust in the hands of the Almighty.